first off, Carl Anthony Towns is clearly second best player on this team. I'm not going to hear Rudy Gobert when he can't give you god fucking shit offensively. I don't want to hear it. All right. But what I will say about this is the T-Wolves and getting rid of Cat to be true contenders. I don't see that, because for that to be the case, you have to get back somebody with equal or better value than Cat. And like you said,
if they can package Cat and make, if they didn't trade away every single freaking pick they ever had, and if they had like one or two of them still, and they package Cat and 2 first-round picks, and you send that off to Utah for Lauri Markkanen, yeah, that moves me. That moves me crazy. That moves me.
That literally made it go back inside my body. That move.
Do you know how good Lauri Markkanen is?
He's a pretty good NBA player. That's about it.
Oh my god.
That's about it.
Wait, wasn't he all NBA last year? Hold on.
I really could give a fuck less if he was all NBA last year, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Then what? That's just bias then.
That's not biased. That's not biased.
Yeah, he was just an all-star. He was behind Julius Randle. Julius Randle was the third guy, and he was behind him.
Let me give you a round of applause for the fucking all-star trip. I mean, bravo.
I want you to.
He was on. Go ahead.
He was putting up 26, 8, and 2, playing really good defense on 50, 39, 87 splits. This year he's shooting 49, 45 splits. You're clapping and shit, but he's real.
I'm giving him real is real questionable right there is what I'm going to say, because of this exact reason. He's on the fucking Utah Jazz. All right.
Wow.
Whoa. You're going to sit here and say that we have not seen numerous times players play great ball in a shitty situation with no eyeballs. Then they get to the big stages and they choke. We're going to sit here and say that?
Okay. Brandon, you know what the difference is? You know what the difference
What's
is
the
here?
difference?
There's a clear talent showing up players whenever they're in shitty situations. You can Zach LaVine right now is in a tier where he is at most can be a 4th best player on a championship team, or like a role player at best. Yes, he can put up numbers when he's the best player on the court, but you cannot win that way. Lauri Markkanen isn't like that, because you see the clear talent. The Utah Jazz just don't have a good freaking team, but Lauri Markkanen is really good at
Lauri Markkanen. Best player on a contender.
Yes.
You need to be drug tested. That's it. I mean, I've seen him for how many years?
On a contender, yes. I'm not saying they're going to win the whole chip. No, but on a contender, yes.
7 seasons. I've seen him 7 seasons. All right. I've seen him 7 seasons. Lauri Markkanen is not that guy.
Lauri Markkanen has been under Lauri Markkanen had to suffer under Jim Boylen. That literally just told him, "Hey, yo, sit in the corner." You didn't even see any of the things he's displaying in Utah, because they've told him to sit in the corner his entire freaking career. And the moment he can actually show what he can do, he's a 26 point per game scorer, one of the best shooting bigs the game's ever freaking seen, and he's a plus. He's shooting 45% from 3 on 8 attempts per game. We're not doing this. Last year, he was shooting 40% on 8 attempts per game.
Yeah,
he's 1,000% one of the best shooting bigs we've seen.
Can I interest you in a 37% career?
What?
That's what he is from 3-point land for his career is 37%.
Okay. On 6.5 attempts per game.
Yeah.
Who do you think are the greatest shooting big men in the world, and what were they shooting?
I think there are just a lot. I mean, you just saying he's one of the greatest shooting big men of all time is just, to me, is just a little bit early right now. I'm not saying he can't get there because of his talent. I'm not saying he's not a very good 3-point shooter.
You trading Cat for you trading Cat.
There you go right there. Cat's a very good 3-point shooter. No, yeah, it doesn't do nothing for me. It does.
No, I'm saying let me explain. Let me explain. You trade Cat for Rudy Gobert, you get the same level. You get the same level of shooting behind the arc. There's no real drop off between either of them, and something you get more versatility with Lauri Markkanen sometimes anyway too. Not only that, but you actually get a switchable defender and somebody that can actually go switch onto the perimeter on perimeter guys and actually use his length. Not only that, but you also gain a lot more touches because I'm pretty sure Lauri is more efficient than Cat. He does what he does on less touches. So again, you put the ball in Ant's hands a little more. And plus, now you don't have to. No, you don't have to have those awkward possessions where Cat and Gobert is in the game at the same time, but Cat wants to be on the low block, so he's down there, and then his only plays is an alley oop to Gobert or some bullshit. You're not gonna really get that because Lauri can do what he can do without going to the post, even though he's really good down there too. Like the pluses for having Lauri over Cat on this team is there, and it's basically because of skill set. You can think Cat's the better player, but Lauri just fits better, and he's not that far behind Cat when it comes to talent.
Again, I'm not trying to disrespect Lauri Marketing. I'm just trying to temper the no. I'm trying to temper the conversations you're putting him in. Okay, he's a very good NBA player. He is an all-star caliber player, but that is it. That's the cap right there. That's it. He is not a star. He will never reach superstardom. Nothing like that. Okay, got Ant. I believe in Ant. Ant will be a superstar one day. True, but you trading Cat for Lauri, like I said, it doesn't just not move me. It goes back inside. So that's all I've got to say about that.